In this tutorial, we will look at how to conduct a search in the PsycARTICLES database. The Rothrock Library subscribes to a number of useful databases. To see a list of these databases, let's begin at the library's homepage, located at www.lccc.edu/library. On this page, you'll see a lot of useful information, including the library's contact information. You can call us, email us, or chat with us. You can also stop by the library for individualized help, as there is always a librarian on duty when the library is open. The Articles and More link located on your left will take you to the library's databases. As you can see, the library has multiple databases to help you with your research needs. Today, we're going to take a look at PsycARTICLES. So let's scroll down to that listing and click on that hyperlink. If you're using the databases on campus, they should connect automatically. If you're using the databases off campus, you will be prompted to enter in your portal credentials. APA PsycARTICLES contains full-text articles from over 100 American Psychological Association journals. To search for information related to your topic, you will first need to develop some search terms. The easiest way to do that is to put your topic in the form of a question. Let's say you're interested in the effects of social media. That's a pretty broad topic. Are you interested in whether there is a connection between social media and bullying? Or are you interested more in social media and identity formation? Or maybe social media as a behavioral modification tool? There are a lot of different ways that you can approach this topic. So your first step is to think through what it is exactly that you want to know and put that in the form of a question. For example, my research question is, does social media contribute to feelings of anxiety in children? Once you form your question, you'll want to see what words jump out at you as important ideas that should be present in all of your research. Here, we're asking if social media contributes to feelings of anxiety. In other words, does one thing, social media, lead to another, anxiety? So two important terms that should be addressed in all of the research is social media and anxiety. You'll also want to look at whether your question specifies a particular demographic, like women or college graduates. Here, children is the demographic specified, so we'll add that to our list of important terms. This leaves us with the following search terms: social media, anxiety, children. And these are the search terms that we'll use to search PsycARTICLES. Upon entering the PsycARTICLES database, you arrive at the basic search screen where you can enter in your search terms. Notice that I put an "and" between social media and anxiety. This is important because it ensures that the database only retrieves documents where both of those words are present. You might also notice that I didn't include our third search term, children, and I'll explain why shortly. To see our initial results, click on the green search button. This search retrieved 53 search results. If you're familiar with the EBSCO interface, you may remember that clicking on the box marked full text repopulates the search results to give you articles you can read immediately. Here, when we click on the box, we see that all of the articles retrieved are already full text. It's also important to look at the publication date. Here, we are pulling from articles from 2010 until the present. To update that range to only include a more current span of time, simply drag the date bar to the desired date. Now, remember we had the search term of children that we didn't include in our search string. And the reason for that is because PsycARTICLES gives you an age limiter that is more focused than a term like children, which can have multiple synonyms. So here we can select age, and then show more, and then check the boxes marked adolescence, childhood, school age, and preschool. Once those boxes are checked, click on the Update button. This will repopulate the search results to narrow down to the age demographic you are interested in researching. From here, scan the titles of the articles. These display as blue hyperlinks. Once you find an article of interest, click on the title to go to the item's record. Here, I'm going to click on the title, Exploring the Links Between Perceptions of Protection and Control Online and Social Connectedness Among Socially Anxious Youth. This takes me to the item's record. Notice that the article will have an abstract. The abstract boils down the article into a few sentences and will help you know whether the article is relevant to your research. If it is, you'll want to read the full article. This article is available as HTML full text and as PDF full text. The HTML is just the text of the article. The PDF is how the article originally appeared in publication and will contain any accompanying images or graphs. In general, if given the option, PDF is preferable. Please note that you can print the article, download the article, or email the article. If you decide to use this article, you'll need to cite it. And PsycARTICLES has a tool to help you do just that. Click on the icon that resembles a sheet of paper and then select APA. Generally speaking, this citation should be correct, but you'll always want to double check it. For a more complex search, we can return to the search screen by clicking on the Result List link. Then click on the APA Thesaurus of Psychological Index Terms link located in the top blue search bar. This will allow us to expand out our terms to ones the database prefers. For example, if I type in our first search term, social media, and then click Browse, I'll see additional terms that might be useful to use in searching. But from this list, social media does appear to be the most focused. And so here I'm going to add social media by clicking on its box and then clicking on Add. Let's now look at our second term, anxiety. Here we can select anxiety, but this time change the connector to AND. And then we'll also add in anxiety disorders and use the OR connector. This gives us the search string of social media and anxiety or anxiety disorders. So articles that either talk about social media in relation to anxiety or social media in relation to anxiety disorders. Now, when we click search, we will likely retrieve more search results. To narrow down this results list, you will simply use the same limiters we used previously. So I'm going to update the publication date, and I'm going to select the relevant ages to bring these search results down to a manageable number. This concludes our brief look at how to search psych articles. If you have any questions, please contact the library at 610-799-1150. Thanks for watching.